everybody and God bless. So a lot of people are confused about the jab and the people who took it, and because of the people like who took it didn't know that it was what it was. And so I just wanted to go ahead and address that real quick, and for the sake of this video not being taken down, instead of saying what it is, I'm just going to use the term mob. I'm just going to use the term mob. So yeah, a lot of people are confused about the people who took the mob and didn't know it was the mob, and like what's gonna happen and stuff like that. So I just want to say my testimony about like what happened when it came out. And basically, when the mob first came out, I was in my second trimester of pregnancy. I was completely of the world still. I had my mom blocked off of everything, so I had no Christian influence or anything like that. I don't think I've ever even read Revelation, so I didn't even know. I don't think I really knew that there was a such thing as the mob. I don't think I knew like anything about like 3 Days of Darkness or anything like that. I mean, yeah, like my mom taught me these things, but then again, like me, the old me back then, like literally it went in one ear and came out the other. Like I didn't remember any of that. So when the mob first came out, I remember first hearing about the trials first and being like, who would sign up for that? Like, why would you just up and sign up for that? And it just like dropped in my spirit, like there's something not right. And when the trials first came out, they were just like, well, it's gonna take like decades and years, and you know, for the time for us to actually come out with something to like, you know, help people, it's going to be like forever. So I'm thinking like, you know, 21 maybe like 100 years from now, because the way they was talking about it. And then overnight it was on the market, and I was like, so nobody's going to talk about the people who took the trials? Like they just up and disappeared? Like what happened? And so when it was on the market, that's when I was in my second trimester of pregnancy. And I first, like I heard about it being on the market, I was just like, I'm not taking that. Like my spirit, my mind, my soul, everything was like answered. I was like, I'm not taking that. Like I said, I didn't do any research about, you know, the end days, stuff like that. I didn't even do any research about this thing of like what it is, like the public can like look up and stuff. I didn't do any research at all. I just heard, oh, there's a cure or whatever. There's something that can help people. And I was like, I don't trust it. I'm not taking it. And if anybody asked me about it, because like I said, I was pregnant, my doctor had told me that it's recommended that pregnant women don't take it. So when anybody had asked me about it, I was just like, okay, I'm not going to take it because I'm pregnant. And then people stopped asking me about it. So I just knew, like, taking this thing, like, if you take it, that means you didn't have any faith in God. Mind you, I'm still of the world, and that's the first thing that popped in my head. It's like, if I take this, that means I have no faith in God. Once again, I'm of the world, okay? So, and that's what dropped in my spirit, was like, if I take that means I don't have any faith in God. And I even saw somebody had made a post about the mark, and she was like, I don't know why everybody's so upset with me for taking it, because back then when it first came out, like, it was like, how could you take that? And all of a sudden it's like, how could you not take it? But back then when it was how could you take it, she had made a big post about people who were coming against her, and she was like, why is everybody coming against me? I took this mark because I trust in God. Because I trust in God. And I'll never forget like reading that and being like, what? Like, I was like, what? And mind you, when I was of the world, I had no love. So I was just like, I was upset. Like, I was like, my reply, if I would have replied, I didn't reply. But if I would have, it would not have been of love. So that's why I was like, I ain't gonna reply. Because I was like, no, honey, like, no. Like I said, I didn't have any influence about my mom and stuff like that. So she had, like I said, she was blocked off of everything, like everything. She was so desperate to reach me because she had that dream about someone taking the mark and turning into a demon. She didn't say my name, but it was actually me that she saw. And God had dropped in her spirit that it was just symbolic of like how to treat our family members when they take it, because obviously I haven't taken it. So But the dream was about me. Well, it wasn't about me, but it was me. And so she just like, she messaged me on Cash App. So I plan on posting it up there. As you guys can see, it was in April, so there's proof. Like, this is April when the mark, like, first around, like, I think it came out like March, so it's like April, March. And she's messaging me, and I was ignoring her because I was just like, I don't want to talk to you, because I was like completely in the world. And my birthday is in April 18. This is around like April 20th, and I don't think she told me happy birthday, because obviously she was blocked of everything. So then I was just more upset, because I was just like, you're messaging me on Cash App. If you found a way to message me, then why didn't you tell me happy birthday? So I sent her an email, and I've already asked God for forgiveness. I've asked my mom for forgiveness. I do not condone this type of way that I talk to my mom. When I first read this message, it did really make me cry, because I was just like, wow, like, this is proof. Like, I was gonna block out certain things of this message, but I was just like, no, like, I need you guys to see this, because it's proof that I was of the world. Like, I was completely of the world. I was nasty, very nasty. My mom's telling me that there's something out there that's turning people into demons, and I'm sitting there like, you didn't even reach my happy birthday. Like, you know, I was super rude, super nasty. I was like, how stupid do you think I am? And I was just really rude. So that's just proof that this, like, I was of the world. At this point, I was still in the world, completely in the world. I was not listening to anything, but I knew I wasn't taking the mob. But like I said, I don't like doing research, so I didn't have any reason not to take this besides the fact that I felt deep in my, like, soul, like, do not take this. And when I was in the world, well, of the world, when I was of the world, I was a very huge people pleaser. And if you saw my testimony video, you already know, and I've actually mentioned it a lot of times, like, I used to be a very huge people pleaser, and a very go with the flow type of person. So I honest to God believe this, that if I was still of the world and I still didn't have Christ, and if a bunch of people came to me saying, oh, take it, I've taken it, I'm okay, I get it, there's some people who, like, get sick, but, you know, go ahead and take it just to get it out the way, I most likely probably would have taken it, because I was of the world, and you know, I wasn't under Christ, I wasn't under the protection. So when I say that, I just want to say, like, the people who haven't taken it, still be careful. Be very careful with how you are around them and stuff like that, because like I said, I was not under Christ, and I believe that I would have taken it. So those people who are not under Christ, who haven't taken it because they're just like, oh, I don't trust it, but it's not the mob, don't trust them, because they're most likely going to take it at one point. And I say that because my dream that I had, I posted it like months ago, about staying away from people who took it. Now, in that dream, I didn't mention it because I didn't notice it until now. Like, I think it was just dropped on my spirit now, because now is the time to, like, really point this out, because a lot of people are just like, oh, what about the people who haven't taken it? Like, what do I do with them? The people, so in my dream, there's people in my car who didn't take it. And then at the end of my dream, they weren't in my car anymore, because they weren't on my side. They were just like, I'm not taking it, but, like, she's just doing too much. Like, it's like, because I was just like, I don't want to be around you, I don't want none of that. And they were just like, that's weird. She's just being weird. Like, and that's just symbolic for the fact that, like, they didn't believe that it was the mark. And they went with the crowd. They went with the people who took the mark, and they went over there, and they was just doing the same things that they were doing. So I was just like, oh, they over there, there's that, like, I'm gone. And I left with the people, and I left with a couple people who were just like, yeah, we trust you, we're going with you, we believe in you, like, we're listening. And that's what they said in my dream. So it was just like, obviously if they said that, that's important, because if it wasn't important, it would have just been like, oh yeah, we're just gonna ride with you, like, you know, whatever. But they were just like, yeah, we believe in you, like, we were listening to you, you're making sense, we don't want to be around them either. So I think that's just, like, furthermore proof, like, be careful with the people who haven't taken it as well. And, like, for example, in Texas, the governor, I'm not going to say his name because I believe that is why my video got taken down. But he had said that companies are not, like, in Texas, should not force people to take the mark. And then, like, the first time he came out, he said that you don't have to show proof of taking it. Like, if companies say that you have to, like, you can't come in there if you haven't taken it, he was like, well, they don't have to show proof. So I knew that was a thing. So, like, for instance, like Walmart, when they say, like, you have to wear a mask if you haven't taken it, in Texas, you didn't have to show proof. So it was just like, I'm not wearing a mask, like, it's whatever. I'm just gonna walk in there. So now he came up with a thing that's like, okay, employees secretly tell me if your employer is forcing you to take it, tell me, and stuff like that. And it's just like, who don't believe that it is the mob should, trust in the governor and be like, hey, they're forcing us to take it and I'm not taking it, da da da. Okay, well, look, now they got your name. Now they know who haven't taken it because you just did that. And also, I bet you a lot of people are going to want to move to Texas because it's just like, oh, the people who haven't taken it, they're more nicer than people who haven't taken it. Well, I bet you that's just going to be like a huge trap. Huge trap. So be careful, guys. Don't trust it. Yeah. So that's all I want to say, guys. God bless you all. Be safe. Please be safe. And I get it. Just real quick, y'all, even in the Bible, it says, hopefully I can post the scripture, but Jesus, the Pharisees, first of all, the Pharisees wanted to persecute Jesus, okay, after he had said something. And the scripture literally says, and Jesus knew that, so he departed from that city. He just, I think it said flee. Either it said flee or departed. But he didn't just stand there and because it wasn't his time yet. Hello? And Jesus tells his disciples too, if they don't accept you, knock the dust off your feet and get up out of there. He didn't just say stand there and, trust that you'll just be protected automatically. No, sometimes Jesus tells us to flee. So flee, okay? Don't sit here and be like, well, I got my scriptures and, I can do spiritual warfare and all that stuff. Okay, you can. I believe in you. But if Jesus says to move, you better move. Jesus say jump, you better jump, froggy. Ribbit. Anyways, yeah, God bless you. Goodbye.